Roberts subbed in for Lillard. Warriors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. To the paint. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Roberts passes to Crabbe. It's stolen by Green. Here's Spates. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward and find fashion from here.
It's stolen by Aminu. Roberts dishes to Aminu. Feeds to Roberts. Crabbe kicks to Roberts. That 3 off the mark. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how Greg played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
Over to the left wing. Plumlee with the screen. Lets it go from deep. And he gets it to go.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Crabbe, good.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And good on the basket. Hook it. Spates has got 5 now.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Thompson kicks to Spates. Iguodala, no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Trailblazers lead by 14. And the second. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then it's Rush. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Barnes in at the 4. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. They grab their own miss. He dishes it to Barbosa. Drills the three-pointer. Barbosa's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Warriors. And then Lillard slams it in.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Stolen by Henderson. He's all alone. Ahead for the finish. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
Shooting one.
It's going to be on Leandro Barbosa.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Warriors trail by 16. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And Leonard gets it to go.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. Green comes in for Brandon Rush. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Davis is checked in. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Curry kicks to Thompson. The pass to Bogut. From deep. Here's Green. And he lays it straight in. Green's got his first 2 points.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. A leaner. Outside for Davis. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
The drive by Green. Ball's knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. Here's Henderson. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Again, Curry missing.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers. Remember, they beat Houston in that first round. That great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries. Davis
kicks to McCollum. Davis sets a screen. Now here's McCollum, covered by Barbosa. Clock at 6. Here's McCollum. He's got 7. The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Free throw good, McCollum.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I'll tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Here's Iguodala, and the rejection by Leonard. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Livingston dishes to Spates. Pass to Iguodala. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And here's Portland. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Henderson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And he lobs it up.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game time. And McCollum with the slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Trailblazers out in front, just dominating this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. They've got Myers Leonard. Crabbe is out there with Brian Roberts. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Davis in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
And here's Leonard from 3. They grabbed their own miss. Warriors trailed by 18. Outside Curry. Here's Green. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers of that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Bogut kicks to Curry. Green with a screen on Lillard. Curry. Another three for Golden State.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time. What a sluggish, muddy start to this second half. Still scoreless.
Green left side. And stolen by Lillard. To the paint. It's tipped. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
The Warriors making a switch here. Clark's checked in. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Warriors trail by 16. Livingston passes to Barbosa. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Portland grabs the miss. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Lillard up top. Dishes to Aminu. Spates with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Plumlee with the steal. And oh, here we go with Henderson. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Trailblazers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Kept alive. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And just scrapes and claws for that. Oh!
Yeah. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material. Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Barbosa dishes to Iguodala. Puts it up. Stolen by Henderson. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the basket by McCollum. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is 4 points off turnovers and in bunches.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that timely.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Lillard. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And here's McCollum for 3.
3 points.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 8th assist in the game. Outside for Curry. Henderson pulls it in.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just